Is Marvel racist? Getting straight to it. I don't know. I don't think so. But if you look at what's been going on, I kind of get why people are, you know what I'm saying? Let's get straight to it. Blade. All started with Blade. Somehow, some way, Marvel fucked it up. They canceled the Blade movie. As you can see on here, oh, hold up. Mahershala Ali says, he's moved on from Blade. I moved on. I'm good. You had me under contract. They wanted to do the movie. Who would have done the movie? So we're not doing the movie. They didn't want to do it. So they should answer that question. He trained for over a year for the role. This, I can't remember when this was announced, but I was still like early 20s when Blade got announced and Mahershala Ali was going to play the role. And we were all excited. And now, I'm about to be in my 30s, and there still hasn't been a Blade movie, and they canceled it. A lot of people online are saying, "How do you mess this up? It should be easy." RDC Marky was saying, "Blade just aura farms and kills vampires," and he's kind of right. I don't know. I don't know what happened with this movie. Like I said, I don't want to be quick to judge. I get how it looks from our perspective, right? It does look like Marvel's being a little racy with the decisions. I don't know, but yeah, I just feel like how? How do you mess this up? You could have just done the Blade 2 script, but just with Mahershala Ali, and I think we all would have tuned in. Just add some own creative twist to it. The only time we really saw this Blade was in Eternals. I think we heard his voice like in a post-credit scene that led nowhere. But yeah, it started with Blade, and then people started pointing shit out. Look at this. Blade canceled. Wonder Man. Wonder Man. I watched this show and I was so impressed with that show. I loved it. One of those shows where when I heard of a superhero called Wonder Man, I'm like, "Okay, I'm not watching that." Pass. But then I tuned in because people were saying it's good, and man, it was fucking amazing. I'd go that far to say it was fucking amazing. And they canceled it. And to play devil's advocate, usually Marvel shows don't get a second season, but they announced a second season for this one, and then they canceled it. Strange. I know they did just make this pivot to um, more of a focus on quality, less of a focus on quantity. So it could have been a result of that, but very weird. Eyebrow raising. Very eyebrow raising. Like the fucking rock. Like the fucking, come on, Marvel. That was a badass show. And I get why people are mad about that one. Um, Next one on here, Monica is MIA. Okay. I'm one of the few people who watched, The Marvels, and I didn't even think it was that bad. A lot of people were shitting on it. Look, it wasn't the best movie, but it wasn't that bad. It was worth watching. I liked it. I said it. I liked it. It wasn't a movie that, um, I'm gonna recommend to the homies, like, "Yo, you should go watch that shit." But for someone like me who likes Marvel, I thought it was passable. I liked it. It wasn't that bad. And spoilers, look, none of you guys are gonna watch it, so I'll just break it down now. Monica Rambeau, she ends up in a different universe by the end of the movie, the X-Men universe, and she runs into Gambit and her mom, who I think her mom in this movie is Captain Marvel, if I remember correctly. And they don't know who the fuck she is. And that's gone nowhere. Although I've heard some theories, some predictions that she's going to be involved in Doomsday. So look, maybe there's more to that, and that's not the end all be all with her story, right? But to add to this list, Monica is MIA. No one knows what happened to her. Another black character. And then Ironheart was barely marketed. I can't speak to that. I don't know. I've heard of Ironheart. I never watched it. I I don't know. I saw her character in I think it was Black Panther Wakanda. And then no, I just wasn't interested in seeing that. I'm like, this is not for me. This is for little girls, whoever's into that shit. You know, good for them. But I'm not watching Ironheart. Fuck that. And they're saying it was barely marketed. Maybe it was because I don't remember seeing a lot of commercials about it. I remember I would turn on Disney Plus and I would see Ironheart, watch now. But I didn't really tune in. So okay. Now we got four examples. Blade canceled, Wonder Man canceled. Those are the biggest red flags. Blade and Wonder Man. Monica's MIA. There might still be something there. And Ironheart was barely marketed. Again, I'll take the internet's word for it just because I wasn't really paying attention or looking out for Ironheart shit. Just wasn't for me. Armor Wars is dead. Another Black led project. Don Cheadle. And can I say this? Not to be a hater, but I always thought Terrence Howard, his performance as War Machine was so good. Anytime I see Don Cheadle as War Machine, I think it's Terrence Howard. And I just think how much it sucks that they weren't able to work out a contract with them. I don't like Don Cheadle as a War Machine. I don't like it. That's just me. I know some people like him, but I don't like him as War Machine. The fact that Arm Wars is dead, I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't affect me. But again, it adds more fuel to the fire of what's been going on lately. Another Black led project canceled. Captain America 4 was sabotaged by the studio. I heard rumors about that. I don't know how true they are, but I definitely heard rumors about it. And yeah, then the last one, Sam is sidelined for Steve and Doomsday. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one because according to rumors, Sam is still very much uh, Captain America in this. Steve Rogers, my boy, my favorite Captain America, not because he's white. All right. This is fucking amazing. But I guess Steve Rogers, it's just Steve Rogers in this. Captain America is still Sam Wilson. We'll see how they handle that. So I'm not really tripping. But look, when you stack everything together, what's been going on with black characters? Blade canceled, Wonder Man canceled, Monica's MIA, Ironheart was barely marketed, Armor Wars is dead, Cat 4 was sabotaged by the studio, Sam is silent for Steven Doomsday. It's kind of like, and even this guy says here, this is not a coincidence. I get it. I'm just saying I get it. I don't know. I don't think they're racist per se. I think some of these can be kind of like explained with good reasoning that are not like, oh, hey, Marvel's racist. But I get it. When you look at it as a whole, it's kind of like, okay, like what black characters are there right now in Marvel that are doing well? Seriously, like what black characters are doing well? Let me think, let me think, let me think, let me think. Like seriously, is the new Avengers all white? I think they are, except for maybe Ghost, but Ghost got a mask on. Everyone else is white. Our God of Thunder, white. Doom, white. Spider-Man, white. Everyone's white. Do we even have any black superheroes? Damn, that's crazy. I mean, Black Panther. How could I forget? Played by oh, I forgot her name. But they just announced a new Black Panther. There's something, right? But yeah, damn, that is crazy. All of Marvel is white, except Namor, the female T'Challa, and holy shit, dude, I think that's it. That's pretty crazy. I don't know. Yeah, superheroes are usually white. Take that for what you will. But anyway, yeah, with Mahershala Ali saying that, the streets are mad. Look, this person says on here, Ant-Man has a trilogy. I can't speak right. Ant-Man has a trilogy of MCU movies, but the Blade film couldn't get off the ground. Okay. Hashtag that's just the way it is. Again, I don't know if they're racist, but I get it. I get the accusations. There's a lot of examples. How do you make a trilogy about Ant-Man But you can't make a Blade movie again to play devil's advocate when they were making Ant-Man. This is around the time when procedures were, hey, just make as many movies as possible. And now it's kind of like, fuck that. Make the best quality movie as possible. Don't focus on how many are coming out. But still, it looks bad. I get it. Ant-Man has a trilogy of MCU movies. Seriously, this person, I can't emphasize it enough. A trilogy about a fucking ant. And you can't make one movie about Blade in 10 years? I would love to know what kind of scripts they were cooking that they couldn't get it right. I heard some rumors that they wanted to make a Blade killing slave owners who were vampires. It's like, I don't know, I guess. Is there a comic book about that? If it's badass, do it. All right. But just have him killing vampires. That's his whole thing. And Mahershala Ali, I looked up scenes of this guy. Even when he got announced, I just thought this is a badass actor. He'd be great for it. And it never came to fruition, bro. Never came to fruition. Wesley Snipes still killing it. Oh look, Kang got canceled. Another Blacklight project, but we know why. And oh my god, I could make a whole video about how tragic and frustrating that shit is to me as a fan because I was actually really looking forward to Kang as the big villain. Jonathan Majors is such a good actor, and his performance in Loki, even Ant Man and the Wasp, like God made something. Not was it Ant Man and the Wasp? Quantum Mania, that piece of shit movie. Oh my god, hands down, top three worst Marvel movies I've ever seen in my life. The only saving grace it had was Jonathan Majors' performance before he got fucking hoed and they made him a pussy and they ended up beating him. It's when he first said, like, or when the girl asked him, Hank the Conqueror, what are you gonna do? And he just looks at the camera, he's like, win. And I don't know. He's a good actor. He would have been a great villain. And I really hope they bring him back for Doomsday. That would be awesome. Because Ant-Man's in Doomsday. They're not just gonna retcon that shit. Ant-Man's gonna have to mention Kang the Conqueror. And I'm hoping that there's a mini scene, or even if we get Kang in the follow-up in fucking in Secret Wars. What if they need Kang to win? There's so many variants of him. Bring back Jonathan Majors. All right. He did nothing wrong. I don't know. I gotta look at that case. Who am I to judge? The fuck? Whatever. I just want him back because I'm a fan of Jonathan Majors. He was a great King to Conquer. And oh, look at this. Seeing the photo of Wonder Man breaks my heart. Him and the other actor, I forgot what his name was, but he was in Shang-Chi as well. And also Iron Man 3. He was really good in this series too. The only one on here that I'm not upset about is Armor Wars. Like I'm just not a Don Cheadle fan. I never really liked him as War Machine. Anyways, let's see here. Wesley Snipes. You think they'll bring Wesley? Nah, he's still. Let's see. I was looking for some more outrage on here. Okay, let's see what this person has to say. The fact that they abandoned Blade sets. Oh, wait, no. The fact that the abandoned Blade sets went on to be used for Sinners makes it even clearer that its original idea had promise. Disney just lacked the commitment and cojones to see it through. I want to know what the idea was. What was so controversial about it? Marvel doesn't care about black people. I wonder. I'm laughing because you ever see that one video? Oh, I forgot. What's that actor's name with Kanye? And they're standing making their commercial, and then Kanye just goes, George Bush doesn't care about black people. That's what this reminds me of. Wonder Man season 2 canceled, but 7 years in development hell. Oh, I thought it was 10. Black Captain America sidelined. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. I heard he's still going to be Captain America. Armor Wars, Black Lead being swapped out for a new Iron Man movie? For real? I didn't hear about that. Moon Girl canceled? That sounds like ass. I don't know what Moon Girl is, but okay. Monica Rambeau, where the fuck is she? She's in another universe. Again, all right, so look, uh, Moon Girl? Who cares about that? No, I'm not mad about it. Monica Rambeau, I think that's going to be explained in Doomsday. Armor Wars, I guess if you're a fan of Don Cheadle, I get why you're mad, but they're right. Another black led character, and Black Captain America silent. I don't believe that's the case. We gotta watch Doomsday first, all right? But these first two right here, Wonder Man canceled and Blade, those are where I'm like, okay, why would fucking Marvel do that? Blade would have flopped. Marvin should be the new Blade. Nah, I 100% believe this fell apart because Disney didn't want to show Blade killing a bunch of white vampires and couldn't write their way around it without more or less writing Blade out. All right. Let's fucking relax. All right, I gotta pull back too. I gotta check some of these comments. What do you mean Disney didn't want to show Blade killing a bunch of white vampires? Have you seen Blade 2? Blade 1? That's all he does is kill white vampires. Oh, I think there was an Asian, Donnie Yen. Donnie Yen, yeah, he killed him. I think that's a bunch of bullshit. All right, this is where we're like, fucking chill. I get it that Disney has been canceling black projects, but comments like these is we're like, all right, you're taking it too fucking far. Your theory is full of shit. Still doesn't appear. Yeah, dude, people are mad. And Marshall is confirmed they's departed. Damn, Marvel, you fucked up. This guy would have been an amazing Blade. But anyways, to recap everything, I don't believe Disney is racist. Like that's a bold picture, right? 'Cause there's a lot of people. I'm sure a lot of folks within Disney are racist, but in terms of the decision making, I don't think they were race based. I just think no. I take that back. I don't know about that because Wonder Man, great show, but it was canceled. I need to know the reasoning for that. Because was it not doing good number wise? It was very popular online. Let me see the numbers and let me compare it to other shows. Why didn't that one get another season? And Blade, what was the reason that didn't go through? What were these scripts looking like? I need to know those things. And if it does turn out that they were good scripts, Wonder Man had great numbers, then it's like, all right, whoever's making these choices is looking very suspicious. And then Armor Wars, don't really care about it, but I get it if you're mad, you know. And then Captain America, we got to see him in Doomsday. He's probably gonna have a pretty good role. His I don't know why his homie's in that movie. What's his name? The Mexican guy. Is he like the new Falcon? I think he's the new Falcon. Yeah. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But anyways, that's the video. Is Marvel racist? I think no. I don't think the decisions were race based, but I get it if you think that. The evidence is damning. Anywho, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.